morning, children. Today we are continue with the cockroach last part. So many species of cockroach are wild. Wild means they will be not cared by anyone. They will move here and there. About 30 cockroach species. How many? 30 cockroach species out of 4,600 are associated with human habitat. So they will be live with along with humans. About 4 species are well known as pests. That 4 species are pests. They destroy food and contaminate with their offensive odor. So they will create one dirty odor and they will spoil the food. Their mere presence, okay, very important. They what they will do? Presence of cockroaches is a sign of unhygienic. What you called the mere presence of an cockroach. Suppose cockroaches is there in the sense it's a sign of unhygienic bad conditions, okay, and the unhygienic conditions, and they are also known to be carriers of a number of bacterial diseases. They will be acts as a number of bacterial diseases. The cockroach allergen can cause asthma to sensitive people. Cockroach allergen can cause asthma to sensitive people. Next, common Indian green frog we are discussing. Next concept is common Indian green frog, that is called rana hexadactyla. It is called rana hexadactyla. About 3,600 million years ago, amphibians were the first vertebrates. Which one is the first vertebrates? Amphibians were the first vertebrates to live on land. First vertebrates live on land. Amphibians are diverse. Okay, amphibians are what you call diverse. This is the most important word. Amphibians are diverse and they will be what you called widespread. Widespread. Okay, widespread. Widespread and abundant group. And abundant. What you call abundant group. Abundant. Okay, abundant group. This is important. Next, another important one. What we have to do is since the early diversification, early diversification. Okay. Next, there are about 4,500 species. There are 4,500 species are present. Okay. Next, species of amphibians. This is important. Okay, 4,500 species of amphibians. Frog is an amphibian. Frog is an amphibian. Frog is an amphibian and hence placed okay, and hence placed in the class amphibia. In the class what you called amphibia. Amphibia. Greek amphi means both. Greek amphi means what? Both. Greek amphi means both. Bios means life. Bios means life. This is important. The largest order. The largest order with more than 3,900 species. How many? 3,900 species is Anura. Okay, 3,900 species with the Anura. Species with the Anura. 3,900 species with the Anura. Okay, so next one, which includes includes the frogs, and toads. The frogs and toads. Rana, rana, hexa, rana, hexadactyla, hexadactyla, rana, hexadactyla. Okay, very important. Is placed rana hexadactyla is placed in the order Anura. Next, another important one. Frog live in fresh water. Frogs live in freshwater ponds, streams. Okay, children, streams. Okay, and in moist places. Okay, children, observe very carefully. Many species of cockroaches are wild. So this is cockroaches. About 30 cockroach species. How many? 30 cockroach species out of 4,600 are associated with human habitats. 30 cockroach species are associated with human. Where the human live, there they will be. About 4 species are well known as pests. Pest means which is dangerous, causes the problem to human beings. They destroys the food and contaminate with their offensive odor. The mere presence of cockroach is a sign of unhygienic condition, and they are also known to be carriers of a number of bacterial diseases. The cockroach allergen can cause asthma to sensitive people. So causes asthma. Next, we are discussing about common Indian green frog. Rana hexadactyla. About 360 million years ago, amphibians were the first vertebrates. 360 million years ago, amphibians were the first vertebrates to live on land. Amphibians are diverse, widespread and diverse, widespread and abundant group since the early diversification. 4,500 species of amphibians of frog is frog is an amphibian. 4,000 amphibian frog of amphibians. This is a more 4,005 species of amphibians will be there. Diverse, widespread and abundant group since the early diversification. How many? 4,500 species of amphibians. Next, frog is an amphibian and hence placed in the class amphibia. Greek amphi means both life, water and land, both means. The largest order with more than 3,900 species is Anura. Order is there, Anura order of amphibians, which includes the frogs and toads. Rana hexadactyla. Rana hexadactyla is placed in the order Anura. So order Anura. Frogs live in freshwater ponds, streams in moist places. Anura is important. Need bit Anura. So frogs and toads are related to Anura order. Frogs lives in freshwater ponds, streams and in the moist places. Okay, children. Next, another important, we are going to discuss about Rana. Okay. Rana tigrina or Rana, what we called hexadactyla. Rana hexadactyla. Okay, children. Rana hexadactyla. Yes. Now you see Rana hexadactyla. Rana hexadactyla. Okay, children. Here I am telling. They feed on small animals. They feed on They feed on. They feed on. They feed. Very very important. They feed on small animals. They feed on small animals. They feed on small animals like insects, worms, small fishes, small fishes, small fishes, slugs, what you call slugs, snails, etc. Next, during its early development, during its early development, during its early development, a frog is fully okay. A frog is fully aquatic and and breathe breathes like a fish with gills. A with gills. Fish with gills. It is poikilothermic. Poikilothermic. It is poikilothermic. Next, their body temperature. Their body temperature varies. By body temperature with varies with. Next, the varying environmental varies with the varying what is called environmental temperature. Environmental temperature. This is important. Okay. Next concept is the morphology of frog. We are going to discuss about difference between the frog and the toad. Differences between frog and toad. What is toad? What is frog? We will discuss. We'll see. First, character. Frog, toad. Character, frog, toad. Character, family. Frog is related to Ranidae. The toad is related to Buffonidae. Next, body shape. Slender. Next, more bulky. Next, legs longer. Next, shorter. Okay, children, very very important. Webbed feet. Present. Webbed feet absent. Next, skin. Smooth and moist skin. Dry skin covered with wart like glands. Teeth. What about teeth? Teeth is maxilla. Maxillary, vomerine teeth. Next, teeth absent. Next, egg formation, egg formation, lays eggs in clusters, lays eggs in cluster. Next, lays eggs in strings, lays eggs in strings. Okay children, this is the most important concept. Observe very carefully. Rana hexadactyla. They feed on small animals like insects. They feed on small animals like insects, worms, small fishes, slugs, snails, etc. Frogs feed on which one? Rana hexadactyla is a frog. Frogs feed on small animals like insects, worms, small fishes, slugs, snails, etc. During its early development, a frog is fully aquatic, complete. They live in the water. Aquatic means in the water, and breathes like a fish with gills. So they have gills. Tadpole larva, you know very well. You might be here. The tadpole larva, they respire through gills. It is poikilothermic. What is the meaning of poikilothermic? They can change their body temperature according to the external conditions. So that's why they will be called poikilothermic. Their body temperature vary with the varying environmental temperature. Okay, children. Next, differences between the frog and the toad. Character, family, character. Frog, Ranidae, Buffonidae. Ranidae, Buffonidae. So, family related to the frog is Ranidae. Toad is Buffonidae. Body shape is slender, more bulky. Legs longer, shorter. The frog legs are longer, toad legs are shorter. Webbed feet is present, webbed feet is absent. Skin, smooth moist skin, dry covered with wart-like glands. So skin, smooth moist skin in the frog, dry skin covered with wart-like glands. So toad, dry skin will be there, wart-like glands are there. Teeth, character, maxillary vomerine. Remember this word, vomerine teeth. Teeth are absent. Egg formation, lays eggs in clusters, in strings. Lays eggs in the strings, they will be lays. So these are the differences between the frog and the toad. Now we are going to discuss about morphology of the frog. What we are going to discuss? The morphology. What is called? Morphology of the frog. We will be discuss. Morphology of frog we are going to discuss. Morphology of frog. Morphology of frog. First one, the body of a frog is body of a frog is, what is that one? Streamlined. Which one? Streamlined. First point. To help in swimming. To help in swimming. First point. Next, it is dorso-ventrally flattened. Dorso-ventrally flattened. And is divisible into what you call divisible into, and is also divisible into head and trunk. Head and trunk. Body is covered by smooth. Body is covered by what you call very important smooth, covered by a smooth. Next, slimy skin. Smooth slimy skin, loosely attached to the body wall. Attached to the body wall. The skin is The skin is dark. The skin is dark green. The skin is dark green on the dorsal side. On the dorsal side, skin is dark green on the dorsal side, and pale ventrally. Pale ventrally. The head is next. The head is almost. The head is almost triangular in shape. Triangular in shape. Triangular in shape. Triangular in shape. This is important. And has an apex. And has an apex. And has an apex. This is important. And has an apex. Okay. What you call, which forms the snout. Which forms the snout. Which forms the snout. The mouth is at the mouth is at the anterior end and can open widely. This is important. Next, external nostrils. External nostrils are present on the dorsal surface. External nostrils are present on the dorsal surface of the snout. This is important. One on each side of the next one, median line. This is important. Eyes are what you called large. Eyes are large and project above. Eyes are large and project above the general surface. The general surface of the body. Next, general surface of the body. They lie behind, very very important. They lie behind the external nostrils. Okay, children, they lies behind the external nostrils and are protected by very important, and are protected by, okay, upper, they are protected by a thin movable lower eyelid. Comma, and thick immovable okay, thick immovable upper, what you call, upper eyelid. Thick immovable, what you called, very very important. There will be very useful. Thick immovable upper eyelid. Okay, this is important. Next, what we are going to do, and a third transparent, what is called a third transparent eyelid called nictitating membrane. Be called nictitating membrane will be there. Nictitating membrane. This membrane protects the. This membrane protects the. This membrane protects the. Very important. This membrane protects the. What you called eye when the frog is okay, the frog is the frog is underwater. Okay, children, this is a very important point. Next, like this, there will be structures are there. Okay, children, observe very carefully. Morphology of frog we are discussing. Body of a frog is streamlined. Which one? Streamlined to help in swimming. It is dorso-ventrally and is divisible into head, trunk, and it divisible into the head and trunk. Head and trunk. Body is covered by smooth, slimy skin, loosely attached, slippery to the body wall. Loosely attached to the slippery. Okay, attached to the body wall. Body is covered by a smooth, slimy skin, loosely attached to the body wall. The skin is dark green on the dorsal side and pale ventrally. Pale green in ventrally. The skin is dark green on the dorsal and pale ventrally. Pale yellow, pale green. The head is almost triangular in shape. The head is which shape? Triangular in shape. And as an apex which forms a snout. One snout also will be formed. The mouth is at the anterior end and can open widely. Mouth is anterior end, can open widely. External nostrils, nostrils are present on the dorsal surface. So the external nostrils are present on the dorsal surface of the snout. One on each side of the median line. One on each side of the median line will be there. So eyes are large and project above the general surface of the body. Large and project of the general surface of the body. They lie behind the external nostril and protected by a thin movable lower eyelid. Lower eyelid movable, this is a neat bit, and a thick immovable upper eyelid. Immovable upper, movable lower eyelids, and a third transparent eyelid called nictitating membrane. This is vestigial in humans, but it is useful in the frog. This membrane protects the eye when the frog is under water. When the frog is under water. Okay, children. Next class we will discuss some more points about the rana tigrina. Rana dactylus.